this past Saturday was the 70th anniversary of the Holy Cross men's basketball team's NCAA National Championship. Bob Koozie was a member of that team and remembers not only what it meant to Holy Cross, but what it meant for basketball in New England.
So we came back to Worcester. Everybody's all excited. And the reason I'm most proud of that, being part of that unit, was that's what really lit, in my judgment, that lit the basketball spark in New England. There was no basketball activity in the 40s. There wasn't even, in a lot of high school curriculums, it wasn't even in the high schools, Father, you know? There were no, winning that NCAA got us this limited exposure, got fathers outside putting hoops up on garages and whatever. As I say, it lit the basketball spark in New England. I don't know if I'm giving ourselves more credit than we deserve, but that's when it all started.
Incredible. That's Bob Koozie when he was talking to the Holy Cross men's and women's basketball teams at his house in the fall of this year. And it is incredible to think that Holy Cross winning the national championship. They were the first team in New England to win an NCAA basketball championship, and they are still just the second team in New England ever to capture an NCAA basketball championship on the men's side of things. Now, switching gears to softball. WPI softball standouts Amabani and Kelsey Saucier have been best friends and teammates since they were in elementary school. It's an incredible run when you think about it. They were friends and teammates and stars at the Jack Berry Little League. Then they were best friends and teammates and Holy Name at high school. And now at the collegiate level, they are still best friends and teammates and stars for WPI.
It was really funny. Often Jack Berry days, was my catcher, and I knew she had my back ever since we were 12 years old, and things haven't changed since we're 20 years old and in college together. I couldn't imagine having someone else better by my side. Every single time I get on the mound, I don't know if a lot of people notice, but I point out to center field, and so I'm pointing out to her because I know she has my back. So I need to make the most of these 2 years with her because I couldn't have imagined a better college, high school experience with having my best friend play behind me.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool thing to know that you've been playing with your best friend since you were, 10, 11 years old. So to see us grow, to see her grow and do good things is an awesome experience, and we're just trying to make the most of the last 2 years we have together.
And WPI softball is scheduled to play Fitchburg State in a doubleheader tomorrow. Well, Worcester boxer Kendrick Ball Jr. is climbing back into the ring again. A week from Friday night, he will be fighting at the Twin River Casino. He has been busy. This will be the 8th pro fight for Ball Jr. in the last 10 months. Now, young Kendrick has added a couple new elements to his training, which both he and his father think will pay off.
Training camp is going real good for my son. He's in the gym 7 days a week, so he's always in training camp. But this fight right here is going to be his 8th pro fight within 10 months, so things are going good. He's been working with a strength and conditioning coach. His boxing thing's been going good. He's been getting good sparring with guys like Edwin, Andy Gonzalez, and we spar with Mark DeLuca, so everything's going good. We're ready for this fight right here.
Training camp's going good. I started strength and conditioning. I feel strong. I'm ready to go, and I'm really excited, especially with him being at the press rally. It made me more eager to get into the ring and punch him in the face.
Well, that's a true boxer. That's how you make your living, right? Punching people in the face, in the ring, with gloves on. All right, Kendrick Ball Jr. again going to be fighting at the Twin River Casino a week from Friday night and looking good, looking strong, and said he is feeling strong and a lot more powerful too with his punches. All right, the Holy Cross baseball team, preseason pick to win the Patriot League Championship. Now that may put a lot of pressure on teams. Not so with the Satyrs though. They get excited about it.
I don't think it puts any more pressure. We have high expectations for ourselves. If we weren't picked to win it, we'd still expect to win it. So I think we just have those expectations that we're gonna go out and try to win every game in conference and capture the league title at the end of the year.
I don't think there's any pressure. We know what we can do and what we have to do, so it's more excitement, I think, for us.
I think it adds the excitement. At least in my 4 years, we haven't really gotten that kind of recognition yet. So I think a lot of times you can look at it both ways. Like, you could take that and then fall, or you could take it and kind of run with it. And I think moving into Patriot League play, we're gonna take that bull by the horns and just run with it.
All right, Holy Cross is set to face Hartford and Harvard this week. Well, the Harvard hockey team won the East Regionals over the weekend, so now the Crimson are on to the Frozen Four in 2 weeks. Harvard has a very talented sophomore class, but top to bottom, this team has a lot of playoff experience.
Oh, well, that's what you always hope for, is a good balance. And, hey, we have an outstanding senior class. I mean, really, really good players, but they'd be the first ones to tell you we wouldn't be doing it without the other 3 classes. And I think hopefully, that just keeps passing down because, everyone said we lost Veazey and Criscola last year, and now we're back here again. So I think that, the teams that really are kind of day in, day out, always in the tournament teams are the ones that can do that and continue to have young guys coming up through, learning from the older guys and playing well.
And that, of course, is former Holy Cross hockey standout and head coach Paul Pearl, who is now the associate head coach at Harvard University. Harvard will take on Minnesota Duluth in the Frozen Four in 2 weeks out in Chicago. So a little wide world of sports. We had baseball, we had basketball, we had hockey, we had boxing, a little something for everyone tonight.
And soon the Red Sox.
Yeah, pretty soon. It doesn't feel like spring, and I don't think it will on Monday, but they'll be opening up.
No more snow on the field, baseball starts.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get hair dryers out there to melt it all. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's going to be cold for the first couple weeks of baseball.
Absolutely. That's sports. For Kevin Shea, I'm Catherine Andrioli. Thanks for watching Worcester News Tonight. Have a good night.